Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and according to the CEO of Ripple, 2025 is here and the Trump bull market is real. And he goes on to say in his post that 75% of Ripple's open rolls are now US based. And they signed more US deals in the last 6 weeks of 2024 than the previous 6 months. That's very impressive. And John Deaton wants to volunteer his time as a former prosecutor and special assistant United States attorney. He is very serious about volunteering his help to lead a federal investigation into Choke Point 2.0, and he would accept the task without a salary. The American people deserve the truth and a hell of a lot more than I or anyone else needs another taxpayer-funded paycheck. That is just exactly the John Deaton we know. And you know what, John? Just go do it. Moving right along, I've got a perspective shift for you. I know that there's been a lot of talk about VCs pumping certain assets, but I'm going to tell you that the digital asset XRP has excellent VC support. It's got its own pumpers, and I'm not talking about those that pump Ripple. I'm talking about those that make public mention of the digital asset and the ledger. Holders should be very happy to hold an asset that is publicly promoted by VCs. I've made up a short list for you. The first on the top is Arrington Capital. That's Michael Arrington. He is a VC that also runs a UNL. We've got Hashkey DX. They are a subsidiary of Hashkey Capital, huge VC firm. They are promoting the XRP ledger for enterprise solutions here in Japan. And then you've got SCB10X. They're the VC arm of the Siam Commercial Bank. They're regularly promoting and writing about XRP utility and the ledger. And the VC firm Canary Capital, whoa, they just recently filed an XRP ETF. They're really pumping. And Pantera Capital, a longtime supporter, they call XRP status a positive black swan. And finally, you've got the VC arm of SBI, which is called the SBI Investment Company. They have invested, of course, in Ripple, which is a massive vocal advocate for the digital asset, but also this VC firm supports BitThumb in South Korea. XRP is 17.73% of its total volume. It's mind-blowing. And you find they often publicly are supporting XRP. I have links to all those for your cross-reference. And if you want to find that, just go to my X feed. Yes, the vibe will 100% be different in 2025 for XRP. No more holding it back from DeFi with the coming EVM sidechain. True, before, early devs didn't have enough firepower to do complex solutions. So I have here Rocks. He mentions that devs need incentives. As an XRPL and root builder, that comment has me intrigued. All day long, Bitcoin has been pushing into that $100,000 range. You're looking at the top 100 by market cap. And yeah, there's a lot of really good performing projects out there. At the time of this recording, Bitcoin is sitting at 99,125. You've got XRP up about 1% at $2.38. Avalanche looks really good. Arbitrum looks good. Fetchcoin looks great. We got Pengu. We got XDC. Oh, I don't want to ignore XDC here. They have been doing exceptionally well in the last 24 hours. It's a great looking chart, and check it out. We are just about ready to roll over to 10 cents. I am so happy for all the XDC holders. They have been extremely patient this year. I think this particular project is going to have an amazing bull run. The Ripple stablecoin RLUSD has a market cap of 53 million. The volume is sitting at 27 million, down 95%. Now, why is it down so much? Well, it's really, there was something very strange going on with the Bullish exchange. There was some bizarre trading going on with the Bullish exchange. Now, there's been a lot of people accusing them of wash trading. I don't know, maybe it was their order book was broken. I have no idea. I can tell you that RLUSD XDC pair trading just $1 at a time over and over and over again. Well, it's bizarre. I've got a question into the RLUSD team through somebody I know. I don't know if we're going to get an answer, but I sure hope so, because it's better to address what happened than let everybody's imagination run wild. Checking in with USDC, they're still sitting at a $45 billion market cap. Their volume is up slightly, 5 billion on the last 24 hours. USD Tether is also sitting in that exact same range. It has not changed for days. It's sitting at 137 billion with volume up 22% today at 81 billion. Some new stats have come out with the Zaman wallet. Look at this, 608,000 active users. Wow, I can't believe it. And it was opened 16 million times in 2024. And this is the most impressive stat of all. Time spent in the Zaman wallet, 41.4 minutes. Why this is so impressive is if you really look at how people spend their time online with a website that has a video, you spend about 6 minutes on average. If it's just text, you are there for about 4.3 minutes. So I think Weetza Wind and his team, they're breaking records. If you're interested in stats, I've got the 75 most important website statistics of 2025 on my X feed. It is full of interesting metrics. And speaking of interesting metrics, look at the total XRP pooled. It is really climbing. Monday, January 6th, we have this pool reaching an all-time high. And I'm telling you, the Deaton wallet is looking at it as well. They see something massive taking shape with the EVM sidechain and RLUSD and more AMM pools on the rise. And part of that Deaton team is Rocks. You definitely want to keep tabs on what he's building because it is the integration of the XRP ledger and the root network together. I woke up this morning to, well, a shocking post by Dr. Scott Branson. He is one of the leading experts on the XRP ledger. And I want to show you this because I think, well, it's going to probably spark some investigation, maybe some work by the new XRPL Foundation. He always has encouraged people to trust layer one networks like the XRP ledger over exchanges. But given the instability that he has noticed on the XRP ledger, he said that in his opinion, not in good faith could he encourage anyone to store their assets on the ledger. Now, I know this sounds extreme, but he's really taking all precautions because he's scared that if you do that, it may not become accessible. Now, what is he actually talking about? And to show you some balance with a post by Vet, who is always off the charts positive, he said that the XRP ledger is currently not too stable, but folks were troubleshooting it. And if you run a node with a lot of peers, please do not restart for now. So I know that there are a lot of people working on this, and I just monitored the ledger for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I found exactly what Dr. Branson is concerned about. I did share with him the ledger that I found where only 19 out of the 35 UNLs had consensus. And although it was enough for the ledger to close, it still is way below where it should be. David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, chimed in on this just a few hours ago, and he said that he hadn't looked at metrics in a few weeks, but you don't want to see a lot of ledgers not getting 80+% validations from those UNLs. And again, Dr. Scott Branson said he was urging David to look into the stability. By his own metrics, the ledger is having issues. So respectably, you're the CTO of the company with arguably the most incentive. So if you don't keep watch, why would anyone else? So he's got a good point there. But as I said, I think this is a perfect opportunity for the new XRPL Foundation to step in, monitor, and help correct the situation. And I know a lot of people are comparing their X scores out there. Well, X gave me a score of 87 out of 100. So say what you want. I guess it sees my post as being positive. I'll tell you one thing is for sure. I always try to stick to the facts. And finally, something I want to show you from my last video that came to me from Google. This was super interesting. Google says I can choose if I want to allow third-party companies to use my content to train AI models. And going deeper into their explanation, they do say that YouTube isn't facilitating payments between third-party companies and creators or other rights holders at this time. But I'd really like to know, who are these third parties? All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.